Often in life, we ask ourselves, why did this happen to me? And when things go our way, we sometimes become proud and forget that everything is part of a bigger plan. In both pain and comfort, we forget that life is guided by our Creator. What feels good today might turn bad tomorrow, and what seems painful may actually protect us later. This story is about that truth. Listen carefully till the end. It may change how you see life. At the edge of a forest, under the shade of a green hill, there was a small village. In that village lived a poor but kind man named Mr. Adam. He lived a simple life with his only son, Daniel. Though he struggled for money and often had just enough food for 2 meals a day, he never complained. Gratefulness was his greatest strength. Mr. Adam owned a small farm where he and Daniel worked hard every day. Helping them was their horse, Max, a strong, clever white horse who wasn't just a helper, but part of their family. One day, news of Max's beauty and strength reached a wealthy businessman, Mr. Smith. He came with his son to buy Max and offered Adam a large sum of money. To everyone's surprise, Adam refused. Villagers laughed at him, saying, "He's a fool, a poor man who rejected such a big chance." But soon after, Max disappeared from the stable. Daniel searched everywhere, but couldn't find him. The villagers mocked Adam again, saying, "See? He wasn't even worthy of keeping such a horse." Daniel was upset and asked his father, "Why are you so calm, Dad?" "We've lost so much," Adam gently replied. "My son, don't be quick to judge. In every situation, there is both good and bad. Time will show us the truth." A few days later, something shocking happened. Max returned on his own, bringing 5 wild horses with him. The villagers were stunned. They said, "Adam is so lucky. First he lost his horse, now he has 6. But even in this moment of joy, Adam remained calm. "Maybe Max went to find his herd," he said quietly, showing neither pride nor excitement. Daniel began training the wild horses. But one day, while riding, he fell and broke his leg badly. The villagers once again whispered, "What a tragedy. These horses brought only trouble." In pain, Daniel cried, "This time, Dad, something truly bad has happened." Adam simply said, "Son, don't rush. We can't know right away if this is good or bad. Only time will tell." Just a week later, war broke out in the country. The government came to the village and took every young man to fight. But Daniel was spared because of his broken leg. Sadly, many boys who left never returned. Families wept. Villagers came to Adam and said, "You are so fortunate. Your son was saved." Adam sat with Daniel and said softly, "See, my child, when Max was lost, it felt like misfortune, but he came back with more. When your leg broke, it felt painful, but it saved your life. That is why we must never be too proud in happiness or too broken in sorrow. Everything is part of time." The real lesson is, we cannot judge life in a single moment. Good and bad are only labels. In reality, everything passes. So if today you're struggling, be patient. If you're comfortable, be humble. Even when things don't make sense, trust that God's plan is always for your good. Because in the end, whether it's joy or pain, it will all pass.